Today in History. That's right. It's time for us to take a look back at what happened on this day in the past.
We have one event to share with our listeners this morning, and we'll get to it in just a moment. First, here's the quiz question. A word that describes a being or thing from outer space is, number one, extravagant, or number two, extraterrestrial. The question again, a word that describes a being or thing from outer space is number one, extravagant, or number two, extraterrestrial. If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bondi board or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045 for 50 or 100 won, depending on the length of your text, to win a 외식 상품권.
So we have one event to share with you today, as Steve just mentioned, and that, of course, is about a movie, and here it is.
Today in history. In 1983, the movie E.T. became the highest-grossing film.
1983년 1월 22일 바로 영화 E.T.가 최고의 수익을 기록한 날로 됩니다.
So today we take a look at a movie that set a new standard in the industry as well as becoming a cultural icon in itself.
And that was Steven Spielberg's film E.T., the extraterrestrial, which officially became the highest-grossing film of all time on this day in 1983.
The story, of course, is of a young boy and the creature from outer space he befriended, who captured the hearts of moviegoers all around the world and grossed more than $792 million at the box office.
The E.T. character seen on the screen was the result of efforts that took months and about $1.5 million to create.
Pretty expensive, huh? 4 different E.T.s were created, including one costume that was worn by 3 different actors who took turns wearing it while performing as E.T.
So not just one actor who had to perform it, but 3 different actors, huh? Well, the result actually may not be the most beautiful thing the audience had ever seen, but even Mr. Spielberg declared it as something only a mother could love. However, the movie loved by practically all the world.
E.T. phone home. Phone home.
Does this mean they're coming?
Yes. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. Phone home. Phone. E.T. phone home. Phone home. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home.
E.T. homesick.
He's a talkative little guy, isn't he?
E.T. really wants to call somebody,
Indeed.
family.
That's right. Well, because the cast of the movie was so young, Spielberg wanted to ensure that he would get the most natural and real emotional reactions from the cast while he was shooting scenes. There's a picture of Drew Barrymore on Boyden Radio, right?
She was, 6 or 7?
She's pretty young. Her first film, I think.
That's right. Well, he decided to film the movie completely in chronological order so the actors could experience the emotion of bonding with E.T. in real life.
Very good idea, isn't it? Well, E.T. held the record as the highest-grossing film of all time for 10 years until Jurassic Park, which, of course, was another Steven Spielberg film, surpassed it in 1993.
Well, the film won 4 Academy Awards, 2 Golden Globes, and many, many more prestigious awards throughout the world. And in 1994, it was selected for preservation on the U.S. National Film Registry.
I remember that scene where E.T. was hiding in the closet in women's clothing. You remember that one?
Oh,
it was
yes.
so cute, wasn't it? Yeah. That was probably one of the first movies that I ever saw, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. All right, well, that's going to do it for today in history. Before we wrap up the answer to the quiz, the question was, a word that describes a being or thing from outer space is number 2, extraterrestrial.
네, 외계의 어떤 거 이렇게 말할 때 이런 말 쓰게 되잖아요.
And that will be it for today in history. We'll be back tomorrow with more from the past.